This is a contrived and strange situation. I will say that.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's totally. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all, does it?
It's batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy.
It's
Exactly like
batshit
it should
crazy.
go, right? All right, let's let her rip here tonight on a couple of topics here. We're just going to go straight down the list. First one, this is awesome. Bernie Sanders. Here we have an actual. So batshit crazy Hillary is running, and who do they put up against her? But a socialist.
And
Just
why wouldn't they? And why wouldn't they?
Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders announces he will seek the 2016 Democrat nomination for president. Interview today. Wow.
Did you see one of his running points? He is going to address and attack the disparity in income in this country. So
Well,
wait a minute. Let's discuss this for a quick second. I know you agree, Jim.
yeah.
If I go out and work harder, I should give more of what I earn to people who decide not to go out and work harder.
Well, and but the thing is too is that they're not even giving all those people a lot of money. It's not like the poor people are getting rich off the rich people.
True,
They're giving them
true.
enough to keep them happy,
Right.
while the rich politicians actually are getting richer.
Which is the ironic thing of it. It's like that guy, he wants to break down the barriers between the income disparity.
Hmm.
Do you think that guy is not going to eat a ribeye 4 times this week? Do you think he is not going to sit down to fresh vegetables prepared by a chef 3 times this week? Of course he is.
Well, looking at him though, he may be one of the few who's still poor and desolate.
He might be. He might. Well, no, you know what? I'm sorry, but even the worst of those guys is taking a handout from somebody. And
Yeah,
you know what? I equate our Congress and our House right now. I equate them to the people that I see standing at the corner. When I come off the freeway, they've got that sign. We'll work for food.
yeah.
I mean, Congress people they're literally that. They're literally that person.
Yeah.
But they have nicer clothes and they had a shower. That's the only difference.
And about half the country stands up there and hands them money.
Right.
Happily. What can you do for me? Here,
right.
Hillary Clinton said today, as people were saying the last 2 days, where has she been? Why is she silent on this? So she comes out and she's not silent. She literally said that the police are intentionally killing black men is unmistakable and undeniable. Now, not that she cares that more white people have been killed by cops in the last year, but whatever. I mean, now of course.
Well, now here's the thing: if the police were just walking up to let's lay out a scenario real quick. Here is the scene. We're going to set the scene. It's a neighborhood. It's a city neighborhood. It's an urban neighborhood. Nothing's going on. You hear a dog bark. You hear a cat meow. You hear somebody coming home from work, and they're mad because their parking space is taken. So you hear somebody in the distance yelling. The police are not showing up, knocking down a door and shooting black people. That's not going on. The police are showing up when somebody, a black business owner, calls and says, I got thugs breaking into my shop right now. Can you get here? And the police show up, and it's a white cop and a black cop. Maybe it's 2 black cops. Maybe it's 2 white cops. Who the fuck cares? Sorry, I said the F word. But the point is, they show up, and there's 2 thugs that happen to be African American breaking into the shop that they showed up to, and they get shot. Guess what? Those kids don't get shot. Those men don't get shot. Those children of somebody don't get shot if they're not breaking into the shop.
Right.
Police intentionally killing black men? Unmistakable. Are you telling me that white cops are just rolling up to black homes, and they're just knocking down the door and shooting people.
It's insane. She's batshit crazy. All right, let's move on.
It's unmistakable, though. It's unmistakable. That's what they're doing.
Here's another thing that's crazy.
Oh,
Bake
geez.
cake. That's a little Christian guy on there. You will bake the cake. So, do you know, and without getting into too much detail, although it's all over the country, who it was that shut down the GoFundMe account?
I do not know who shut it down. I know it did get shut down.
Okay, we'll talk about that in just a minute, and we've got to be real careful on where we tread on that one.
I don't see why we have to be careful at all.
We do. Well, we don't, because we're just a couple of guys on the radio, on the what do you call this? On the computer.
The web.
We don't have real jobs. Our real jobs
it's radio / I don't know, whatever. We're broadcasting. That's all I know.
Yeah, and our real job in real life is we're street cleaners, so we don't work for any.
Exactly.
All right, lesbian couple accuses Christian bakers of mental rape. You believe that? Okay. So in their lawsuit, this thing definitely is going to be appealed, and I'm sure they'll win the appeal. But in their lawsuit, now, first of all, the judge who awarded them this is on the board or committee or whatever it is for sexual human rights and all that crap here in Oregon. So, of course, he's going to go this way. Anyways, they had a list of 88 symptoms of emotional distress that they experienced, and that's what they told the judge. Part of the long list of symptoms, this is why they got the money, they included acute loss of confidence, doubt, excessive sleep, felt mentally raped, dirty, and ashamed because they didn't bake the cake.
I love the weight gain. Oh my God, I gotta jump to that.
They got high blood pressure, impaired digestion, loss of appetite. Now, how do you have loss of appetite and weight gain?
And weight gain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Migraine headaches, pale and sickly looking, pale and sick at home after work. So after they get home from work, they turn pale and sick.
Now, did they not want to bump fuzzies anymore?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying, if you're pale and sick, you're gross. I thought, but you're gay and I'm gay, and I know we should do it. But you're pale and sick, and
they were in shock. One of the symptoms was shock, stunned, surprised, uncertainty, weight gain, and worry. The judge apparently found it unremarkable that loss of appetite and impaired digestion should lead to weight gain. I mean, it's absolutely batshit crazy.
It is batshit crazy. It's batshit crazy, and here's what's batshit crazy. Can you show me now? And this is rhetorical, of course, to you, my friend. But can you show me the next screen where we're talking about the people that were affected by this, the people that have to pay the $135,000? Do you have the next screen where they're talking about how it affected their comfort zone and their life and their mental well-being? Do we have that screen next?
I don't.
Where's that? Wait, what? Now, why not? Is that not news? Did it not affect them? Did it not make them feel uncomfortable and bad? Did it not cause stress in their lives because they had a belief system?
They should appeal and say all 88 of those symptoms were caused to them when they were asked to bake a cake for the lesbian couple.
Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Asked us to bake a cake that so rocked our soul because of everything that we believed in our core about Christianity that we've gotten loss of appetite, and we gained weight, and I feel like smoking, and I'm really tired. I mean, they should list off 88 frickin' things that happened to them, right?
Listen, by the way, this all ties in with our first topic, and I'm glad you went the direction you did.
What's that?
We can tie this together. We've got people looting their own communities.
Mhm.
based off of a BS situation. Did the cops do something wrong or didn't? That's not the problem. It doesn't mean you get a VCR. It doesn't mean that you get a DVD player. It doesn't mean that you get to break down the door of a grocery store and steal beef. Let's go with steaks. Let's say you're picking out a nice one. It's a ribeye, Jamal. You don't get to do that just because the police messed up. This is the same story. These two women are looking to get money based off of a social insecurity. And if people in this country are too stupid and too ignorant to see that, God help us. They are using the weakness of insecurity to gain cash. And that is what is so pathetic about it. I have a problem with this. I
You know
do.
what's pathetic about it is that you and I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
What, thank you.
You
Listen,
know?
here's what we're going to do. We're going to sit down. We're going to sit down. And by the way, I have an idea about that. We could get
Yeah.
into we can get into the transgender thing, and I can tell you a way you and I can make a little cash, because
You know, you
tomorrow
know.
tomorrow I'm feeling a little pretty. I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, I'm telling you what. Do you know that because we haven't got any advertisers yet, do you notice the weight loss up here? I've lost my double chin. I've
You
lost a
have.
whole
You absolutely have.
extra person.
You have.
And
Oh
I'm
no!
stretching
Wait, wait, wait! No, you haven't lost it. It's right here. I've got it. No, I've got it. You haven't lost it. I'm just holding on to it for you.
Yeah. You know what? Lisa told me I was wearing another shirt tonight. She said, "You can't wear that shirt anymore. You got to throw it away. You look 200 pounds." And I did. So I changed.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gaining weight again.
but the stories, it's weird because we're talking, tonight's topic is batshit crazy in this country, and this country's gone batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, I didn't even really recognize the analogy between those two, and it just makes sense to me. You've got people rioting and looting when it makes no sense to do so, and here's the thing: there's a baker that refused to make a cake for a gay wedding. There are probably 10 bakers that would be very happy to have that business. Why
Yeah.
didn't you just do the right thing and go to one of them?
Yeah, who
It's
needs
not
the
it's
money?
not a it's not
Yeah.
about that. You're trying to
These are the
crucify,
and we don't need the money.
right?
The other people might need the money, so go give them the business. Now, one thing that something came out today that Obama said was that if the gay marriage thing passes the Supreme Court and it's the law of the land, he said that if churches refuse to marry somebody once it's the law of the land, he will find a way to get them stripped of their tax exempt status.
Right.
That's the bottom line, the undercurrent of what's
That's
really
exactly
going
it.
on with
That's
marriage.
what's. Listen, you know what? The old phrase, follow the money.
Yeah,
Whenever there is a social tear in what we've always, quote unquote, been used to,
yeah,
follow
follow
the
the money.
money.
It's either an attack on Christianity or it's a revenue stream that they're looking at.
Hey, you know what? How about, oh, the temperature's going to rise. See if your house will be underwater after the earth is destroyed by the glaciers melting.
Yeah.
There's
But
another
now
one.
I have to admit something, okay? I just honest as a conservative, as a open-minded thinker, I do have to ask the question. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know why churches get tax exempt free status. If people want to go to church and you enjoy your church and you're going to give and they're going to make a certain amount of income, if all businesses and all everything like that has to pay just a certain flat tax, a certain amount, then
No, see, you're missing the obvious, and I hate to point this out, but
Hold on.
Um,
You know who else? Because hold that thought, because I do want to know. But you know who else wouldn't any longer get tax-free status?
who's that?
Church Scientology.
Of course not.
You got
Of
all
course
these
not.
people trying to make churches. The only reason Scientology came into play was because he didn't want to pay taxes, and he found a way that, okay, look, if
Of
I make
course.
a church out of
Of
science
course.
and and Martians and shit, really?
No offense to the Mormons out there, if there are any watching, but it's the only reason that Joseph Smith did what he did because he wanted to have more than one wife, because he wasn't happy with monogamy. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, because he was a guy and he wanted to get laid. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to be that crude, but I think that's what it is. But no, you're right about the tax exempt. Now, here's the thing: is like, why does it exist? Well,
I think
it
this
ex-
is
it
happening
exists.
right now.
It
Let her
exists.
rip.
It exists in the same way that nonprofits do. In other words, if your goal is, listen, we're not out. If you and I, this show, this show right here, if I could make $1 million a year sitting here 4 nights a week doing the show, I expect to be taxed on that because I shouldn't be making that kind of money on it. Listen, I get it. Now, if we were a nonprofit show, in other words, if everything we made was we took a small salary and everything else went out to help the homeless or the schools,
If
that's
what
a
if
tax exempt status.
what you were doing on this show was making people feel good because of what you're saying, you're entertaining them. Well, okay, so what does a church get? Think of this.
It's distur-
Creflo Dollar, that guy he's asking for $160 million to build an airplane. Joel Osteen, all these people, they're not. None of these people are paying taxes.
right. They
They're
are to
in
some
business to get rich.
right.
So
Well, and by the way,
that
listen,
when they asked about taxes and back in Jesus' day, and they were upset about having to pay taxes, and Jesus said, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar's." So you know what? Pay the freaking taxes a little bit on your church and do all of that, and then you lose your tax exempt status and stay free to be
hey,
able to not marry people or do whatever you want.
hey, here's an idea. Here's an idea. What if we? This is crazy, but what if we had a flat tax that applied to everything in our country?
Everybody,
Right. What if
every
we said? What if we said? What if we said if you make $1 million this year, we're
hmm
going to take 15% of it? What if we said if you make $32,000 this year, we're going to take 15% of it?
right. What
What
if
if
there were
everybody just
no
paid?
nonprofits?
What if there were
No
right? What if there were no nonprofits? What if
nonprofits
what if
rules.
there was no campaign financing? What if the monies that the politicians received to campaign had to be taxed at 15%?
Right, all
What
of it.
what if you or your entity gets money, you pay 10%. Maybe it's 10%, maybe it's 12%, maybe it's 15%. But everything and everybody pays the same percentage.
Right.
Wouldn't
Uh,
that be weird?
it all makes too much sense. That's yeah, of course, right?
I know, it does make a lot of sense. What if everybody just paid their fair share?
See, on this
Everybody.
campaign crap, personally, I would cap it at $1 or $2 million. That's the max. And then what you have to do, and you're not allowed to get any from anybody. You're not allowed to have all these packs and all this stuff. Then you actually have to go out and visit and meet people, eyeball to eyeball, have rallies, not have all these people spending a freaking $1 billion on their commercials and stuff.
You know what? I've got a better idea. I've got a much better idea for especially for national elections, not to mention local.
Once I say something, you're going to have a better idea. Go ahead.
Well, no. I think I
Hmm.
mentioned this before on the show, but I think you'll like this. What if, what if all campaign funding went into a general pool? So the day that our oh, by the way, I have a new one I want to share with you. It's president in name only. So it's the Pinot. Barack Obama, our Pinot, our current Pinot, president in name only. He starts his campaign, and he's 2 years into his presidency after he gets elected. Well, now we're going for the next president, right? Okay, so if you're General Electric or NBC, or it's me and you, and we want to write a check, we want to throw into the campaign fund. It all goes into a general fund for 2 years, and then 2 years before the next election, they say, okay, in this fund is $1 million, $10 million, $1 billion, whatever's in that fund. That then gets split up between all the people who qualify, and we're talking about the Green Party and the Republicans and the Democrats. The money gets split up evenly between everybody who qualifies to be on the ballot for president.
Well, it would get split evenly between all the different parties. But then if you're running for president, you're going to probably get about 65% of it. You're running for senator, you get like 30% of it.
No. We're talking about different. We're talking about different. We're talking about different pools, though. Okay. So president. Let's just stick with president. That's the biggest one. Okay, president of the United States. That's the biggest political office you can own, and I say own for a reason. But
right.
I'm just saying. Okay, how many people know how many names were on the ballot last time we voted for president? How many names were literally there to choose from?
Besides my write-in for me.
Besides your write-in, no write-ins count. But I mean, how many names were officially there?
Who knows? It depends on the state, because not everybody made it on every ballot.
Of course, but in general, there were five. There were five choices, and you can't name any of the other three. You just can't.
Ralph what's
Nader
his name?
and Ralph Nader, but he wasn't even in this last election. He was a couple years or a couple elections ago. He was there, but no, he was. And I can't name them either. So I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. But my thought was, what company would donate a dime if it just went into a general pool? You can't buy your president anymore, General Electric. You can't buy your president, NBC. You can't.
Right.
The president is supposed to represent the people.
Right. Nobody would donate anymore. All right. Look at this. Ted. So Ted goes and does a fireside meeting with about 10 or 12 people at this gay hotel. Where was that, in New York? And then the gay. No. You didn't hear about this?
It's not a gay hotel.
It's called the hotel. The hotel owners, Ian Reisner and Maddie Wiederpass or whatever, blah 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 blah. Look up the name of it. It's a gay name, and it's like open butthole for 2-night stay or something. It's something like, it's a gay name, and they're gay owners, and so and he's a Republican. The owner is a freaking conservative. That's why he had him there. Look, he was happy to have Ted there, but then as soon as the gay community starts threatening to boycott, he flipped and changed his mind. Chicken shit.
That's because he has no balls. Because
his partner doesn't either. But how about Ted's willingness to have it at a gay-owned hotel? Doesn't that show openness and inclusiveness? He could have just as easily got ripped from the conservatives and everybody if conservatives were actually gay haters, which they're not. But if they were, then he would take a chance in saying, "Oh, I can't believe that Ted went and had his event at a gay place." Well, hey, wouldn't he take just as much? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, see that's why tonight's show is called Batshit Crazy, is because we are living in a world right now where the gay hoteliers, the guys that own that hotel, are now embarrassed that they had somebody who doesn't necessarily agree with them
Look,
inside of their business. They would
everything they
they
agree with everything except same-sex marriage. That's what they're upset about.
they
Same-sex marriage.
they would have not given Ted Cruz a cookie when he checked in the exact same way that the Christian baker didn't want to bake the cake. They did not want to give him the cookie and the mint on the pillow when he checked in to that hotel after they
Right.
realized, oh, you don't think like we do? Oh, well then you're a bad person.
The gay community would have wanted the gay hotel owner to, quote, refuse
Service.
service, refuse to have his event at your
Right.
place. Isn't that the same thing as baking the freaking cake? Hey, do it.
Gee.
How about
Apparently
this one?
gay listen, and gay people, go ahead. Apparently you're so stupid that you don't
Angie's
realize that you're hypocrites.
okay.
Done.
Angie's List. The CEO of Angie's List for the last 10 years is a gay guy, and they were going to open a major hub in Indiana when that girl, the pizza maker, she says, well, hypothetically, even though we don't cater weddings with pizza, but yeah, hypothetically, we probably wouldn't do their wedding, although we'd sell them pizza. So Angie's List said, as long as this law is in place, the hate law, then in Indiana, which meant religious freedom, Angie's List said, we are not opening a center there. So isn't in refusing, I put this up on our page, in refusing to open a new center in Indiana over the religious I can't say that, religious rights law, didn't Angie's List business do exactly the same as the cake baker did? We
Of course
refuse
they did.
to open a call center there and expand our business.
And
They did
by the way, Angie's List with that decision probably affected many gay couples who are trying to start their lives, many
trying to
gay
start
people who are looking for a job. They said, you know what? This state is going to tell people that they can decide what they want to do,
right.
and
Now
we're
here,
not going to do business there. Therefore, we're going to screw over people that support us because of
yeah,
our temper tantrum, and that's what all this is. You know, we're talking about batshit crazy tonight. This is all.
okay.
This is a giant temper tantrum. This is a giant ignorant temper tantrum. That's all this is. Everything that we're talking about.
Think of this: the black thugs that were destroying their own neighborhood, okay, burning down homes, burning down CVS, hurting themselves, right?
Right.
Indiana, the gay CEO of Angie's List did the exact same thing as the black thugs by
Right.
not moving his business and expanding it into Indiana. Straights and gays who could have been employed by Angie's List aren't employed now. They're
Right.
still unemployed, hurting
Right.
because he did the same thing.
Right. Exactly. Exactly that. And again, it's batshit crazy. It's just crazy.
It is.
It's crazy what's going on.
Okay. Here's something that's batshit crazy. Baltimore mayor. I was going to play the part of the tape, but I don't need to because everybody's seen it. I assume you saw what she said.
You know what? I know the quote. I've read it. I did not see it.
You hear the quote, and she said clearly, she said, we gave space to those who wanted to destroy. We gave them the space to do it. She's very clear on that. Then she walks it back and says, I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
You can't have it both ways unless you're a Democrat, but both ways. Now, that side, she's hot.
Oh no, good-looking lady. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm all
I
for
would
that.
vote
I mean,
I would vote
ow!
Democrat.
I know, right?
That
I want
is
to
it.
vote Democrat now too.
That's the first Democrat woman I've seen who's attractive. She would almost fit right on Fox News.
I know, right? Oh, she could.
Yeah. Now
No,
that's
MSNBC. Come on, let's call it what it is. She'd be on MSNBC.
no. I'm saying she could fit on Fox News with her looks because MSNBC has a bunch of bull dyke looking ones,
That's very true. There is
right?
that.
Rachel Maddow and that I forget that they got a couple manly looking ones on there. All right. So let her rip. That's the thing. We're gonna do a good cop bad cop thing.
Oh, no way. Good cop, bad cop. What are you talking about?
Yeah. All right.
So she's all black, of course, if she's half black. So we can't call it what it is. She just said, "Let the animals run free." That's what
Yeah.
she just said. Let's call it what it is. And you know what? You call me what you want. I'm no racist. I'm not. But I'll tell you this: that is a racist statement.
She
Let them
did.
loot.
Did you see the governor earlier that day? He was saying, "Look, we called and called and called. We tried to get a hold of her because we wanted to send the National Guard in, but we couldn't send them into her city without the protocol." And she refused until late that night to say, "Okay, we'll go ahead and let them come tomorrow." But she wanted to have a cooling down period to let everyone get it out of their system, and she made that choice. And that is a disgrace to black people,
Of
actually.
course it is. Listen, out of every single African American in that particular geographic area, the percentage of African Americans that are out there destroying African American businesses, white businesses, Asian businesses, African American homes, white homes, the percentage is very small. Most people, black, white, Asian, doesn't matter, are good, decent people that just want this to stop. People who look
Mm-hmm.
to take advantage of something like this go out and loot. Like I say, it's like kid gets shot, therefore I deserve a DVD player.
Yeah.
What?
Right.
I'm sorry, what?
Makes a lot of sense, right?
Of course it does. The correlation is obvious. I need to watch something in high definition because he got shot by some bad cops. Or maybe the
Hey,
cops were in the right.
hold on. This hangout on air will end if you continue broadcasting content you aren't authorized to use. I let that one go too long.
All right. Well, we're
All
done.
right.
We're done talking about that.
Oops. Oops.
It's the
All
man
right.
wants to shut us down.
They do. They do. All right. Here, we got some cool video. So if we do get shut down, you know why? Because Jimmy's stealing stuff.
We're not stealing it because we're not making money on it.
Right.
We are not looting. We are not looting your
Yeah. Can you
web-based
believe
material.
that? We're just playing a video,
Right.
and they want to shut us down, but yet they'll let
Right.
hang out.
Well, here's the thing. Apparently, it's okay to smash a window with a garbage can and take a DVD player. But if we show a video from the news station that showed that action, then we're the ones that are wrong.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, they just sent me another notice here.
And by the way, the video is publicly posted on the internet. I mean, it's literally public domain at that point. But whatever.
All right, so we'll
Whatever.
see. Unbelievable. All right, so let's go to the lighter side first, just in case we get cut off some of this other stuff that I want to show, because I do have a couple of videos that I want to show. All right, we're gonna go the lighter side. I laugh every time I hear this. Oh, you know what? I should sleep her. Look at that. Breaking news: Center to donate balls to Obama.
Oh, wouldn't that be funny if he actually had a pair? He would be like, "Oh my gosh, these are great. These are great."
Yeah. Center to donate balls. If Hillary runs in 2016 and wins, you can't trust her to create jobs. Last time she had a job to do, she outsourced it to Monica Lewinsky. Hold on. I gotta stop. That's killing me. You know when you're getting older when you use the word thingy all the time because you can no longer remember what things are called. That is true.
That is actually very true. I've got a mother and a grandmother that do exactly that.
Criminals obey gun laws like politicians follow their oaths in office, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said.
Screwing America every chance they get. Look, this doggone thing won't stop. It just keeps popping up a reminder. I'm like, okay, I get it.
I get it. All right. We'll show something else. Jeez. It's because of what I said.
All right. Now, this picture came out today to everybody, or went all over the place, right?
I saw that. Entrepreneur.
So I'm like, I added that. Thirsty? $1.
No, I love that. No, honestly though, I hope that's what the kid was saying.
Yeah.
For $1, you can get. Everybody's looking to make a dime.
Baltimore Democrats built that,
and they did too. Good job. Good job, libs. Good job, guys.
Geraldo was interviewing people, and he had Sean Hannity in his ear, and some of these people were like, talking about all the inequality, and there's no jobs, there's no business, there's blah 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 blah. And they never said the words, can you tell me who the president's been for the last 6 years? Obama. Right. Baltimore. Maryland. It's right by frickin' Washington, D.C. It's in your backyard.
It's in the same state, technically.
Yeah, it's your backyard, basically. And then Elijah, what's his name? Elijah Cummings or whatever, the black liberal guy. He comes out marching. And they go, what are you doing here? He said, this is my neighborhood. I live 5 blocks away. For how long? How long you live 5 blocks away? And you're a big-time lead congressman? And your place looks like this? Yeah. Unfreaking believable.
I agree.
But they don't ask these guys this.
Nope.
All right. Maybe it's Maybelline. Oh, maybe it's methamphetamine.
Well,
yeah.
She looked worse before the methamphetamine, though, so that's a good thing.
All right, this was so funny. Christy Teigen.
Oh yeah.
Look at Belichick.
Oh, ding 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 ding.
Belichick.
No.
And Russell Wilson.
No, they call it, no. If you look at Russell Wilson, he's actually looking this way. He's actually got his eyes going to the left. I mean, to his right.
Yeah,
Belichick is going bam right down on the leg and the ace. But I mean, Russell's kind of got the glance towards the right. He's not looking. Yeah. Now the guy behind her right shoulder. Yeah. Now he's trying to see over the short guy, and he's checking that shit out.
The big tall guy.
Right. Now he's checking that out. But they didn't know who he was, so they said Russell. But Russell's innocent right here. He's not looking at her. I'm sorry. You look at that picture, he's not looking. Belichick, whoever the frick that guy is. Yeah, he's looking. And by the way, what the hell? She's got a wedding ring on that finger that's the size of frickin' Kansas. And she's got to split up the dress that basically says, oh, you might get to see my crotch. My husband's going to be happy about this. I don't get that.
Many who are husbands. Any idea who she's married to?
Oh, I'm gonna guess Ellen.
John Legend,
I don't
the
know who
singer.
that is. No
John
idea.
Legend.
No,
So
no idea. No idea.
he did.
No idea
So
who that is.
he tweeted something out to Bill Belichick about how he was checking out his wife.
Yeah, no idea who that is, by the way.
I think that's his name. He's some black
I don't.
cool
I don't
looking.
know. All right. Well, I don't know.
I
That's
don't listen
cool.
to this. All
I
right.
think she's a good looking girl.
Saturday Night Live skit. Look at the black reporter with that thing around her neck and wearing the flowers on her
Oh
head.
my gosh, you got to be kidding. Because she's representing the home country. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? And she's actually from Queens.
I I had to hit play so I could see the Saturday Night Live skit. It's not. She was literally standing in the exact spot where there were some flowers behind her. Okay, look at.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. I thought she was wearing some sort of a hat. I was like, really? So
What I thought.
I was just racist right there. I apologize.
I did.
That's,
Also,
that's
okay,
hilarious.
look it off to her right. There's a
Yeah.
file cabinet.
Yeah. I see it. I get it.
I,
I get it. I see it. It took
as
me
soon
a
as I
second.
started, you moved, and I'm like, dude, that is funny.
Oh shit! You caught me. I am racist, apparently.
White people, proof. White people do not know how to loot. He looted. He got a couple cats.
Oh,
He stole.
those are the first two things you drown, and then you pick up something nice.
People still new to the whole looting thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We'll figure it out one of these days.
I don't always think liberals are morons. Just kidding. Yes, I do.
I feel sorry for them. I really do.
Okay. So cool vids. We may get taken down from Google Plus on this. Depends. We're gonna try to
All right.
play a video or two.
See how far this goes. I mean,
You are who you hang with. Okay. This
right.
has to do with Baltimore and all that kind of stuff. But here we go. I'm gonna take a chance on this. Let's wait until the video. It's almost over. Of course, I don't know how to frickin' start the damn thing. There we go. Let's start it over. Peace.
Hey you.
Hey, you.
If I came into your house right now and dumped this garbage on your bedroom floor, what you gonna do about it? Beat me up? Shoot me? Have me arrested? One thing's for sure. For years, you be telling people about the guy that had the nerve to come into your house and dump garbage on your bedroom floor. But think about this. Every day, we allow and even encourage people to dump garbage into our minds and into our lives. See, contrary to popular belief, you don't just consume nutrients through food by way of your mouth. You also consume through your eyes and through your ears. You ever wonder why you're feeling negative or angry? It's because your input determines your output. The garbage that you listen to on the radio, the trash you see on TV, the bullshit that you hear from the people that you hang out with, it rubs off on you. Everybody talks about GMOs. Stay away from GMOs. Well, stay away from the human GMOs, the greedy, the miserable, the obnoxious. These people are toxic. They drain you. They complain. They remind you of your mistakes. They tear you down. They gossip. They aren't there for you when you need them. And some of these people are even in your family. But these aren't necessarily evil people. They're just trapped in a cycle themselves. But that's their problem, not yours. You can't fix them. You have to fix yourself and become an example for them. So politely, just give yourself some space from these people, or else you're going to end up just like them. You keep hanging out with losers, you're going to wind up picking up the qualities of a loser. Hang out with people that encourage you and empower you to become the best version of yourself. You deserve that. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be you. So figure out what you want out of life, because you're going to be the only one with you for the rest of it. Life is short. And as a wise woman once said, fake friends, negative friends, ain't nobody got time for that. Peace.
Brett, I'd like to politely say to you that it's time that we we part ways.
Why?
I'm just trying to be polite, but you're
No.
a negative drain on my.
Yeah, I am. It's true. I'm very negative. I got to tell you though, everything you said, everything he just said, good stuff. Good stuff. But
Right.
you know what? Again, let's take the messenger and let's negate everything and take the words that he said. Dead on. And I would like to think that most people get what he said and understand it. I would like to think that even more people live that. The problem is that everything he said was essentially what he was saying is it's all about you. It's not about what happens over there or over there or over there. It's what happens here. And so many people don't get that. I just don't understand it.
Right. Right. Yeah. I don't know what.
I know, I'm so deep.
I know, I'm just
so deep. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gone there.
No.
I was being so deep, and it's hard for most people to understand. And
it was so good that I didn't even know how to.
It was so good that I don't even know what to say.
I don't even know how to respond. Okay, now hopefully they don't cut us off on this one because this is awesome. You want to make fire, and all you have is a battery and some gum? Watch this.
Sure.
Freaking awesome.
Oh, that's easy too. And by the way, you get how that works, right?
Well, the metal, and then the paper on the inside, and it was.
And there's a plastic in there, something very flammable. There is a conduit, which is the metal, and there's a paper which ignites. And so you put the three together and you cut them just right. And by the way, you probably wouldn't even have to really cut them that thin either. I mean, you could probably make that work.
You have to cut it because it's got to come to a central point where
it's got to break down where it overloads. It has to overload to ignite. But I'm
and that's kind of skinny. You got to get to that overload point, and then it.
Well, you would drain. You could probably get it to light with a bigger thickness. It would take more of the battery to do it. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm really hesitating playing this because it's a longer video. It's about 3 minutes, and we're gonna probably get shut off. So I'm gonna try to just show parts of it. Okay.
Well, just don't.
Dude, this is freaking cool. I gotta show you though. Okay, watch. I'll just keep going. Car goes into the garage. This is his home.
This all looks very fake at this point, like it's set up, of course.
This is real.
No, there's different camera angles. They're obviously filming this thing.
They are. They're trying to show you.
Right. Okay.
The parking lot's full, but it doesn't matter to him.
Is that a Lamborghini?
Yeah. He has 2 of them, by the way.
Does he?
This is a freaking elevator going up to his apartment.
Is he? I'm guessing this is Hong Kong.
Probably.
So he checks in. It recognizes who it is, and it's going to put his car in the proper spot somewhere in the building.
In his apartment. Watch.
Basement 1. He lives in the basement?
No, he
That's not-
pulled into the basement.
Well, no, he just hit basement 1.
Yeah, well, he was in basement. Now he's going upstairs.
Oh, that's awesome. So he has a garage in his apartment.
2 Lamborghinis.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Freaking cool.
Yeah, you know, we should do that. We should totally get one of those.
Now look at that. Now he's leaving. Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
talking
pretty
about.
cool. That's pretty cool, though. I like that. All right, all right.
If
We should do that.
If we can figure out some way to be disheveled and
Our corporate headquarters are going to have that.
well, yeah, but not corporate headquarters. Like if we can figure out some way to be say that we've been mistreated and disheveled
Of
and
course.
discriminated against, and then collect money. I mean, if I could get somebody to refuse to bake me a cake or something,
I know, right?
and then you do it.
I'm so totally straight. I'm going to go find a gay baker and have them so pissed off when I leave, I'm going to sue them.
Do something, man.
I know, right?
All right, here's the last one that's just funnier than shit. So if we do get cut off for doing
For
copyrighted
anything. Right.
anything,
For any of it. Right.
this one is worth it. This
All right.
one is freaking worth
All right.
it. This is
all right.
Hillary Clinton's campaign advisor. They had asked her, this campaign advisor, she said, I need you to help me get the Hispanic vote and to get my campaign really kicked off. Okay?
All right.
Okay, hold on.
Y me llama el cocinero. Recita, ¿qué? Ve por la paellera. Venga, en las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí. Mi hermano, todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme las chanclas y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Tú, había subido la marea y encontré una paella. Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada metida entre las piedras de Chipiona, del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una paellera y a ver solamente paellera. ¡Asómate, mira dónde llega el agua! Llegaba el agua al restaurante, había subido la marea. ¿Y tú? ¡Ay, qué hacemos ahora! Con los 2 sacos de arroz. ¡Ay, llama para Sevilla! ¡Llama a Sevilla que traigo ¡ay! Tú y yo con el bañador con la paella. ¡Ay, cocinero! No veas, a Sevilla. Y al último, que cuando ya salió la bien de regla, estamos llorando. Me compró el tío la a 500 metros. Y ya no fui más. Fui andando con los amarillos hasta hoy. Me mandó por la noche, había bajado el agua y para ya había subido. Cualquiera estaba frita la paellera, ¿sabes? A lo mejor estaba en el barco ese del petróleo.
En el prestige.
En el petrillente. Y ya me trajeron a la cocina. Ya aborrecí la cocina. ¡Ay! 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 buena, me dieron el dinero del bote.
¿Había mucho dinero en el bote?
Lo que me echaban y el dinero de lo que gané, cobraron 20 paelleras a 500 caras, porque viste lo que me llevé yo para Sevilla. Ay, ya aborrecí la playa.
Yeah, what a gem.
Hemos llorado los dos. Tú no es para tanto, hijo. Yo no quiero arroz, tú, yo no quiero arroz ni en China, vamos.
If you enjoyed this video,
Isn't
subscribe
that
by
great?
clicking my face.
That's pretty awesome. That's not what he was saying at all, though, if you understand Spanish. But, I mean, it's okay, though. It was funny. The subtitles worked.
Oh my God! All right, so that's all I.
Is that the
put on.
show?
That's the freaking show. It's 8:22.
Which is good, because you know what? I've got to go let my dog back in. He's not happy right now.
What do you have behind you there? What's on your TV?
Oh, I've got us back there. It's us. It's you and me. It's the Blast crew, and it says Jim Coffer, creator and mastermind, experienced startup entrepreneur responsible for launching the Blast, first online foreign exchange trading system, and then of course it's Brett Harris Coup or CU.
And that's you down there, because you wear the same hat in that picture as you are right now.
See, that's how I roll. I do not make mistakes when it comes to my production quality.
Look
So
at me.
you got hold on right here.
Yeah.
See?
Wait.
Background?
Oh yeah. Look at me, right?
Oh, I love it. We're nailing it. There you go. All right, see? So you know what? The best way to self-promotion is not only to promote yourself once, but to do it twice on the same screen. Hey, we're right here. Here we are. Look at us. We're so cool. We're promoting us while we're promoting us.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Hey, so I never mind. I can't say what I did. Hey, you never even saw this, or you would have made some comment on it, because I thought it was pretty cool. Watch. Where is it? Right there. That's my new profile pic. You didn't see that?
No, I did see that, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And by the way,
Yeah,
you know that
when you don't like it. You didn't click like. I feel like.
and I should have. I'm sorry, but because I love that, because that's exactly it. It's like, if you're leaning Republican because you're a Republican, then you're an idiot. If you're leaning Democrat because you're a liberal Democrat, then you're an idiot. If you're somewhere sitting going like, I'm going to start examining all the issues, in other words, wake yourself up. If everybody was sitting somewhere in that range, I think things would get a lot better, a lot faster.
I agree.
Those who
All right,
have, those that don't, if everybody lived there, I think we'd be a lot better off. It's the all-seeing bloodshot eye.
Right. How does I do that?
I don't know.
How does he do that? How does he put a freaking eyeball right in the middle of the screen and move it like that?
That thing's, it's probably watching me. Oh, why is my camera moving around? Stop, camera, stop. Why is it? Oh no, it's weird how this is working.
Is that crazy though? I mean, seriously.
Oh, there's another one. Oh no, those eyeballs! I'll tell you what. Every time they're watching me, it makes me really uncomfortable to watch porn afterwards. Can't do it.
Have you ever seen anybody else be able to do like I'm doing?
No, I haven't seen that. The technology is amazing. I don't know what you're doing. It's just scaring me, is all it is. It's just scaring me right now.
All right.
Well, is the party's over.
They say good things
Must end.
Eyeball again.
Turn out the light. Party's over.
And tomorrow starts the
Same old shit again. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us, even though we were late.
Never seen so many people laughing.